ESPN, what to watch for in each and every game. In this game, it says in theory the Browns and the Falcons have two of the top three rushers in the NFL, Nick Chubb and Cordarrelle Patterson. Chubb 1, Patterson 3. Now, Patterson did return to practice today. He hadn't practiced Wednesday or Thursday, resting his knee. But this will be the toughest test for the Browns to date. And Jeff, let's take a look. So I thought this might be interesting to do because not a lot of people get to see the Falcons play. Cordarrelle Patterson is that big guy wearing 84. It looks almost like a middle school guy. It's like, yeah, we need to put the best athlete back in the backfield. Cordarrelle, go back there and run. But take a look at just this guy glides. He's an elite kick returner. The other thing is they have used him as a receiver, so they get the ball in his hands a bunch of different ways. They'll pitch it to him. They'll throw it to him. This is going to be a challenge for the Browns. And again, this is an elite return guy, so you get him out in space. That guy right there is going to be a challenge for the Browns.
There's no question about it. And look, for as long as Cordarrelle Patterson has been in the league, and even if he was drafted in the first round by Minnesota, people didn't really know essentially what he was. With traveling to teams, they finally just basically, as you said, let's just basically make it look like a return. We'll hand the ball to him in the backfield, let him scan real quick, and just run in daylight. And he's still got that 4.3 speed. He's a long strider. And this is where it can cause some issues for the Browns. Because when you start going to reserve players like the Browns are going to do this week, most likely at the edge position, if not one guy, two guys, these guys, it's going to be a question of discipline. And you see on those runs that you guys were just showing, there's nobody out there setting the edge. And look, it's going to be difficult enough to set the edge against a player like Cordarrelle Patterson because he is just that strong foot speed wise. So it's really difficult to do that, but you've got to maintain your discipline. And, a lot of times with reserves, they come in, I got to make a play. No, that's never what it is. It's, I got to do my assignment. You got to get that stuff flowing back to the inside. That's where the linebackers are supposed to be. That's where the safeties are supposed to be to cut those long gains down. 4 and 5, you understand he's going to get yards. He's that good of a player. But you have to have these reserves that come in. They've got to, A, do their assignment, B, they got to play with discipline. It's not about racking up the stack sheet. It's about making sure that, you are setting the edge, and Cordarrelle Patterson, basically has to just not run wide as far as he wants to until he gets out of bounds. He's got to cut back. He's not a true running back. When you get him in the spot where he's got to look for cutback lanes, he's just not as comfortable. He's always been a guy that finds daylight and just bursts through it with 4.3 speed. Going to be a tall task to ask for a really solid team defensive performance when you're going to be missing a lot of players, but that's what they're going to have to do. And look, they've had 10 days. I'm sure they watched that game live Sunday. They knew what they were up against. We'll see what Joe Woods has schemed up.